What's going on, everyone? This is MotoSarge signing in, and today I have with me
MotoPays.
MotoPays is in the house. Today we got a jam-packed day for you guys. We have planned we're gonna go out and check out some
horses.
We're gonna check out some horses. We got the bike loaded up. We got Paisley's helmet set up with the TASCAM, so we'll hopefully be able to capture some of her audio. And then also too, we're gonna hit this small little city scene to take some shots there as well. But before we hang out too long just sitting in the sun, huh, Paige? Let's go ahead and load up. You want to load up?
Yeah,
all right, so let's roll that intro and get on with today's video.
Hard work, banging on the doors in the morning. Hard work, work up, and let's go to work. Hard work, you pack up the shoes.
Visor down, baby. All right, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to another video. If you are new to the channel, I bring you along with me as I merge my passions for photography and motorcycles. So if you like anything photography or motorcycle related and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. And we're at it, don't forget to ring that bell icon to receive email alerts when I upload some new content. Today we're just out having some fun behind the bars, behind the lens of the camera. Just me and her. We're just gonna have a special day. I rode past some horses out here off this back country road, and she said she wants to go check them out, so we're gonna go do that. You excited, Pace?
Yes.
Yes. It's been a while since Paige has been on the bike. We really want to, bring you something along the way that's beneficial to everybody, right? And one way I could see us doing that is bring kind of a topic that's, dad related, because I got a kid on the back of the bike, so why not? And I do like to ride my motorcycles. I do get questions all the time, when I decided to let them get on the back of the bike, because it is stressful when you have one of your little ones behind you when you're riding just two wheels. So I mean, they enjoy it, and I ain't trying to take that away from them, trying to create some memories, but we do it in a safe manner. As you can tell, we're on this back road away from majority of vehicles, so the only thing I really have to worry about out here is wildlife and then the occasional car passing. So when I'm getting ready to take the kids out on a ride, I'm really looking at, the type of roads that we'll ride. Now with the older kids, of course, with Addie and Wyatt, they've been riding a little bit longer and they're a little bit older too, so I can hop on the interstate with them and not really worry too much. But with Paisley's only 6, so I try to stay as much away from those busy roads as possible. But one of the things, that we talked about, and Paisley could chime in too, is what was like one of the first things I told you had to be able to do, Paige, before you could ride on the bike?
I was able to ride on the front of the bike around the block.
Paisley initially got on a Harley for the very first time when she was only 4. Now, it wasn't on a main road. I just took her around the neighborhood, just putting around. But one of the things that I tell all the kids, because every one of our kids wants to ride on a Harley, even Dawson. Like, I'll pull into the driveway and Dawson wants to get on a bike to kind of like just coast down the driveway. But the biggest rule, the first thing that I tell them is you got to be able to reach the pegs, because I want them to be able to, have that solid foundation and not their feet just dangling in the wind, because that's just dangerous. Because behind me, of course, we got the exhaust, we got the rear wheel. So if they can't touch the pegs, that's extremely dangerous. Now, I do know that there's some companies out there that make some sort of extension for your pegs so you could bring them up, especially if you have younger riders that want to ride with you. But my thought process is if they can't reach the stock pegs, then they might be a little too young. Or, I mean, if they're just, older, but they're on the shorter side, I could see something like that. But, Paisley can now reach the pegs, so she is allowed to come out with us. Huh, Paige?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, she does. Ah, Paige, I guessed right.
Right?
I guessed right. I didn't know if I remembered how to get out here to the horses the other day, but I think this is the right way, baby.
Alright.
Let's go this way. It's looking really familiar. So it wasn't these horses here, Paige. Remember when we came here and the horses came up to the fence right here?
Yeah.
It wasn't these ones, but look, it looks like they are out in the pasture today.
Yeah.
They're out there, but they're far away. And there's no real area for us to park the bike. This next spot, hopefully the owners of this farm don't get frustrated, but this next spot, if the horses are out, it has a perfect spot for us to park the bike and be able to go in there and check it out. You so excited?
Yes.
The other day, guys, I was out here riding around recording a video for you guys actually, and I passed this farm up here that we're about to go back to, and Paisley's real big into horses. She loves herself some horses. When we were stationed in Alabama, she actually rode one almost like on a weekly basis. What was the horse's name? Cloud. Yeah, Cloud was a white horse. Paisley loved to ride Cloud. And when I rode past this place, I had to turn around and go back and take some pictures, because every time we're out trying to find horses to look at and take pictures of. So luckily I found some the other day, and so we decided to, why not? Let's go check it out. Hopefully they're still out here. It's a lot earlier in the day than it was when I first came by here, but I think they might still be out pace. This is one of the reasons why I really like bringing the kids out on the bike, because like memories like this is just, I mean, me growing up, me and my dad, we rode, but we rode dirt bikes together. So we got out there on the trails and had some fun, and I got a lot of memories from that. But something about, you know, having the kids on the bike with me as we ride, and we could talk with our cardos and just enjoy nature and just get away from like the craziness is what it's about. It's just definitely memories that will last a lifetime, and I really enjoy it for sure. Let's see, you think they're out pace? Of course not, because we wanted to come take some pictures. They are not out.
Why are they not out?
Ugh.
These people like know that we're coming and they put their horses up.
They did, they knew we were coming, and they hid the horses. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, now what?
I don't know. We need to find a place to turn around.
No, this will take us back to a main road for us to go into town. You want to go into the town and take some pictures in like the cityscape area?
Yeah. And then we get some Starbucks.
Okay, and then we'll get some Starbucks, and then maybe coming back home, we'll swing back by here and see if the horses are out. What do you say?
Okay.
All right, deal?
Yeah.
All right.
I need to scratch. Oh, that feels good.
Plan B is we decided we wanted to come in. There's a little spot in downtown Columbus, like I think it's called Old Town, which has like a real cool like Old Town like city feel. And with the Operation Therapic Photo a Day Challenge coming out, one of the daily topics was city scene. So we're gonna bring Paisley out here and see what kind of images we could capture of the city as well. That was one of the other goals for us to come out and ride. And then of course too, if she wants to stop at Starbucks. But getting back to the topic of today's video is how you can decide if your kids are old enough to be on the back of your Harley, right? Is we talked about making sure that their feet could touch the pegs, because that's a big factor. And then the other thing too that goes into it is having the confidence that they're able to listen to directions, right? I mean, it's huge. With Maddox, my youngest son, it's gonna be a while before that boy could get on the back of the Dyna, because he's all sorts of crazy, and he gets extremely distracted very easily. And you guys know it's dangerous on the back of a motorcycle, let alone being distracted on the back of the motorcycle. So something like that is definitely something to consider before you put your kids on the back of the bike, because you know you don't want them back there just willy-nilly in it like Paisley does sometimes with her head. Like, it took us a while to get her to quit like looking behind her and know that, hey, just keep your head and eyes straight forward. You can look to the sides, but don't turn your head all the way around, because that throws off your balance, right?
Yeah.
I was hoping there'd be some horses right there, but no horses yet again. We strike out. Every time I bring Paisley out to find some horses, I strike out. And if you guys are out in the Columbus area and you got some horses and you wouldn't mind me bringing my daughter out to check them out and take some pictures, let me know in the comments. We'll come out, we'll take some pictures.
Yeah.
Look at all the moo-moos.
Yeah, cows. At least cows.
Those are cool.
Ooh. Those are cool. The white and
Those are
black.
some cool cows. Although, like, I may really want the kids to hop on the back of the bike for a ride that day, if they're not feeling it, they don't want to go, I don't want to force them, because, you know, even adults, like, if we're doing something that we don't necessarily want to do, one, we're not going to have fun. So it's not going to create those memories that it's going to put you back on the bike. But then two, you're going to be distracted because your mind's not in it. So I never really force them to get on the bike. You know, I definitely will come downstairs and start packing up the bike, like I'm gonna get out and take off, and then I'll ask them if any one of them wants to join me on the ride. And normally I'm pretty lucky, and normally one of the three will say yes. Paisley almost every single time says yes, so then it's like a fight on like who gets to go. Yeah, that's one thing too, is don't force them to get on there, because that could just lead to a bad day, right? I mean, with them not real focused. And then two, like, then every single time you ask them to be on the bike, they're gonna feel forced to say yes, and it just takes away from the experience. In my opinion, it definitely takes away from the experience. I want them to have some fun. So getting back to the types of roads too that you ride, like this road, I really don't like getting on this road with any of the kids, because it is a main, like, it's not an interstate, not like a multiple lane road, but there's a lot of different types of fatal funnel points, for lack of better words, with a lot of different roads coming into this one. The speed limit is 55 miles an hour normally until you get into town. And then too, I've seen a lot of accidents on this road too, so I try to avoid this as much as possible. But unfortunately, to come into Columbus, this is one of the only ways that we could travel. So I do have to bring them out on this road every once in a while. But as you guys can see, I'll hit a back road for as long as I can and then come out here on the main stretch. All right, guys, I think we're gonna take a little quick intermission of today's video. I'm gonna pull in here, take some pictures, see what we could get. This is a cool little spot. It's actually right across the street from Fort Benning Harley Davidson. So all these flags, this is cool right here. All these flags. You know, this place is so cool, guys. I think we're gonna do a real quick video montage. Check it out. Place was cool, but dang, Columbus is getting hot, and unfortunately I have to always wear long sleeves, so about to be a heat cat over here. That leads us into another point on making sure that the kids are old enough to be able to fit safety gear to ride in. I would say that is the hardest thing to find when you're looking at gear for kids, because finding the right size equipment, right? Like if you're looking at jackets or boots or helmets, especially helmets are hard because trying to find the right size. I mean, Paisley's, we've been lucky with hers because HJC makes a lot of like youth size helmets too, so a little bit to choose from. That way it could kind of be a little girly for Paige because she wanted it to have like some purple and blacks and stuff on there. So luckily HJC makes a good youth size helmet and it fits her really good. And then also too, it still fits like the Cardo, so that way we could still have the ability to talk. I mean, it was a little bit of a task to get it all wired in and dialed in, but I think it was worth it. Unfortunately, we always have her in some sort of leather type jacket, which sucks because summertime it's really hot, but we try to just ride as much as possible and not stop. And then too, like her boots, the boots that she wears, she's wearing some cowboy boots. You know, it's just make sure that they're wearing the appropriate safety gear. Me being military, it's something that I always have to do myself as well. But there's no way in heck I'll throw one of my kids on there with a short sleeve shirt and shorts, because God forbid something happen when we're out. You know, it's what we could do to eliminate injuries is in our hands as the rider, as the parent. And yeah, find the right gear. I know Dad and Mad, if you guys don't follow Dad and Mad, check out Dad and Mad, because they did like a video of youth gear, which was pretty cool, watching all of her like seasons come through, because she has winter gear, summer gear, she even has a cut that she wears. It's pretty cool. Check out their video. I'll throw that link up in the screen right here. I really enjoy watching them because they're similar to our channel. Him and his girl get out quite a bit behind the bike, and I try to do that with our kids as well too. But I'd say the last thing to consider is to make sure that your kids understand how to balance. A few times I took them out there, I was white knuckling it, man, like super nervous. But now, you know, my confidence in them has grown so much over the last year because I try to get them out as much as possible. And now it's just like we could throw them on the bike and take off for, heck, I mean, Paisley did like a 120-mile day the other day, which was really cool because she wasn't even sore. Like, she could have probably rode even more. If you guys liked today's video, be sure to click that like icon. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button up here. And if you'd rather stick around and watch a few more of my videos, I'll throw up a video here and here. Like always, guys, I really appreciate the support. Thanks for tuning in to another video. And this is MotoSarge signing out.